Hey guys, this is Nico again. The five biggest mistakes crypto investors make. Well, there's probably 100 mistakes, but the five top ones that I hear over and over and over again in our business, Crypto Renegades, and see people doing over and over again is, they come to us and they just got scammed. They got a message from someone on WhatsApp, or they clicked an ad on Facebook. And there's nothing wrong with ads on Facebook. We run ads on Facebook as well. There are legitimate companies obviously using Facebook to advertising. But when you click on an ad and it immediately takes you to a WhatsApp group to join the WhatsApp group, that is a red flag right there. You want to immediately not go through with that. You want to cancel that, block it, delete it. Do not correspond with anybody in that WhatsApp group, no matter how good the claim is. No matter what they say, no matter who they say they are. It's usually some Professor Bitcoin, Professor Tom. They're not using their real names. They're using WhatsApp for a reason. It's an encrypted phone service technology, which allows them to message you anonymously, and you have no idea who you're talking to. I would say 100% of the Bitcoin traders who bring you into a WhatsApp group are scammers. Stay away from that. That's a big mistake. Having no real proven strategy is also a big mistake people make. They say, well, I'm not going to spend a couple $1,000s to learn how to do this by this guy, even though he's got a great track record. I'm going to go figure this out on my own. I'm just going to watch some free YouTube videos, or I'm just going to open up an account. It looks easy enough. Yeah, I understand the concept, buy low, sell high. And so the price goes down, you go long, and instead of it going up because you think it's going to go up, it just goes down further and you get wrecked. So not knowing what you're doing, not having a real proven strategy or a method is a sure way to make a big mistake and lose your money. A lot of people lose thousands or tens of thousands before they pay a little bit to get help. Don't make that one of your mistakes. The next biggest mistake is emotions, guys. Believe it or not, there's two emotions in trading that you have to get under control, and that is fear and greed. These are the two major emotions. Fear, you're in a trade. It's going your way. All of a sudden it turns on you. It starts to go against you. Oh my God, you were in profit. Now you're not in profit, or it's going down, down, down. The fear is that I better get out now before I lose more. What most people do is they buy high and sell low because of fear and greed, but the greed comes in differently. The greed is that it's going up and it's about to hit your take profit target, and you could have moved your stop loss into profit so you didn't have to worry. But instead of letting it hit your take profit target, you move your take profit target up higher because you're greedy, which is normal. That's a normal human emotion, because you think it's just going to keep going, and it doesn't quite hit your take profit target, pops back down to where it was, and you end up losing the profit you could have had because you were greedy. You wanted more. And there's nothing wrong with wanting more, but you have to control the emotion. We set take profit targets for a reason, because that's where the next resistance level is, and that's where we think it will go. In fact, we front run it. We front run it, meaning we put the take profit target below where we think it's going to go to make sure it gets triggered and to make sure it gets hit. So don't be greedy. It doesn't matter if it goes up past your take profit target after it hits your target. We can always re-enter into another trade once we see the next trade set up. So don't let that be one of your mistakes. Also, you don't know how to vet or underwrite a project. In the ICO world, this is very important. It's a big mistake. A lot of people say, oh, this looks interesting. Elon Musk's picture on it. It must be a project Elon Musk is running, or it's the new Dogecoin spinoff meme token. It's going to do 100x just like the last one. If you don't know how to vet and scout and vet these tokens to make sure that you're getting into a legitimate project, we want to know who the developers are. Do they have a track record? Have they had any success before launching a token? Are they good at communicating? Do they have a community of people that they've already built up from marketing that they've already done over the past several months? Or does their social media profile and accounts just look like they were just created yesterday? The day before? You're just finding this now, and their Twitter and their TikTok and their Telegram and all these groups just were created within the last 3 days. That's a red flag. You get into that token launch, chances are you're going to get into a honeypot or a rug pull. These are scams. Okay. And so what we want to do is we want to scout and vet. Scouting, we go through hundreds of different projects before and vet them before we find one legitimate one to share with our members. And so we have a scouting and vetting process that takes a whole team of people to do. And so if you think you're just going to just throw a dart and land on a potential new token launch that's going to do 100x right out of the gate, you're probably going to lose some money on your first 10 or 20 until you finally figure out what is real and what's not. So you got to have a process of learning how to make sure that these projects are legitimate. Generally speaking, I would say only 1 out of 100 are legitimate. And so if you're just seeing a bunch of them available, chances are it's probably not a good idea to put your money into it. I would stick with learning how to trade Bitcoin futures contracts, Ethereum, some of the top tokens. And yes, it's okay to take chances on these mid caps and these micro caps, but you better know what you're doing and you better get the education that you need to know which one is real and which one is not. And this will save you guys a lot of headache, a lot of stress, and a lot of loss of income. So if you just follow these 5 biggest mistakes, guys, I'm sure that you will avoid a lot of these pitfalls. And if you really want to know how we do it, and we do it right from the beginning, because we've already been through all of the ups and downs. We've already had to learn the lessons the hard way. We've already touched the stove and got burnt. We know what not to do. And that's the process of elimination. That's what we teach in our Crypto Renegades Mastermind. We teach you how to eliminate all the things that don't work so that you're only doing the things that do work. So if that makes sense to you and you have a question or comment, leave it below. I'll be happy to answer your questions. If you'd like more information about Crypto Renegades and how to get started doing things the right way, trading BTC futures contracts with leverage for huge double and multiple triple digit gains, sometimes on a daily basis, reach out to us. I'm sure there's a link somewhere in this video. We'll be happy to show you how we do it.